So there's a massive update coming this Tuesday that should have happened a very, very long time ago. I mean, this update should have happened ages ago when this game was currently dying off. But a lot of people are saying that this patch is going to be the patch that pretty much saves Call of Duty. This is going to be the one that everybody is going to remember this game for right here. This is going to bring it all back. This is going to make Black Ops 4 popular again. I wanted to get a little bit more in depth with this topic because is this actually going to be the saver of Call of Duty Black Ops 4? It's a good question. Is it really? I mean, they have changed a bunch of the guns, buffing plenty of them. The ones that people are complaining about saying they're OP, quote unquote, the Spitfire, they have nerfed things like that. I believe they nerfed the SOG as well. Interesting. But all the other weapons, pretty much all the assault rifles were buffed. The Titan was actually nerfed, but the rest of the light machine guns, I believe, were buffed. Subs were pretty much buffed up besides the Spitfire and the SOG. And I think all the snipers were buffed up besides certain features on some of the sniper rifles. But other than that, pretty much all of the weapons were buffed up to make them better at ranges, which basically in their talk is pretty much allowing the time to kill to be a lot quicker. They're going to allow us to be able to gun people down at long range a lot easier with more of these weapons. And I like that. That's a good feature, and I think this is pretty much needed in this game since the beginning. The guns felt a little off since the start. Like I said, the submachine guns were always conquering, even at long range, but it seems like now the assault rifles will be able to hold down their long range engagements a lot more. I like that. I really do have to give them props. That's absolutely awesome that they're finally getting the guns right in this game. Now, I can't say they're completely right. We haven't tried out the weapons in the game yet. So obviously, until we try it, we don't know if it's good or bad or what's going on. But from the way that it looks in the print, it looks absolutely amazing. So fingers crossed, that's actually going to be a good thing. And along with this patch, they're also bringing in some new maps, of course, which, you know, only PlayStation players can play currently, which I will still think that is an awful idea. I still think that these maps should be produced to all the players across all platforms. I don't think it's a good idea to try to force players onto a specific console just to get exclusive content for your game. That's kind of messed up. I think everybody should have an equal chance of being able to play this content, especially if you're paying like $100+ for your game. I think you should have the rights to have that content right away. But it is a good and a bad side to that. The bad side is that you don't get the content. The good side is that I guess PlayStation gets to test it a little bit, and then the rest of us get it fine-tuned later. I guess that's how it works, right? You know, let's be honest here. As messed up as it sounds. I also saw that Black Ops Pass holders get these 2 exclusive skins that only you get when you have the Black Ops Pass, which is, once again, it's a little weird. You know, I think everybody should be able to get the content. I don't think the Black Ops Pass should be a thing, but it's a good thing if you did purchase the Black Ops Pass. That's a good thing. You're getting more content that comes along with having this Black Ops Pass, so technically you're slowly getting your money's worth. I want to see a lot more content, of course. Right now, it's nowhere close to being how much we put our money towards this game right now, but hopefully in the future we'll get to that point where they put out enough content that it'll equally match up to how much money that we actually put into the game. And then along that, they're updating the Blackout map, and they're also adding a new game mode in called Heist, which is like a I guess you can say a TDM styled game mode. It's not really TDM. It's more about capturing the money and bringing it back to specific locations, more like a Battlefield hardline feel to it, but it's on the massive Blackout map, which is a great idea. This is superb. I'm glad that they're adding new game modes in to the Blackout map, but it's not corny little, you know, like squad game modes, 3v3, let's do like 5v5s or 10v10 game modes. No, it's an actual game mode. It's like cops versus crooks game modes, and pretty much, you know, capturing money and bringing it back to certain locations all over this massive map. And you're respawning too, so you're not, you know, die once you're out. You die, you respawn, you get back into the action, die, respawn, get back into action. By the way that they're saying it, that's a pretty cool concept. I like the way that they're actually trying to produce this game. So let's talk a little bit. What do you guys think? Is this enough content to hold you guys over a little bit more with this game? Me personally, I'm thinking right now that this needed to happen more frequently from the beginning of its life cycle to this point. We just needed more content to keep us more interested with the game, and they weren't really producing that crazy amount of content like they are now. The maps that they're adding in, the new additions to the Black Ops Pass that they're adding in, the buffs and the nerfs that the guns really desperately needed, all these things are coming into the game, but I feel like maps should have already been in the game. New specialists or new operators that we can unlock in the Blackout game mode as well, and new things for the Black Ops Pass people as well too. We've been really ignored lately, anybody who actually purchased the Black Ops Pass. We haven't really gotten anything from the Black Ops Pass until this upcoming Tuesday, which is kind of mind-boggling since, you know, we just gave you pretty much the most money out of the whole game. We added another $50 on top of the $60 retail price of this game. That's a lot of money if you think about it. And I don't even want to hear anybody saying that Outrider is a cool addition to this game. That's completely lazy if they're adding that into the game. That should have been in the base game, if anything. Honestly, all the BO3 specialists, they should have put them into Black Ops 4, added new specialists on top of the ones that they added on to the Black Ops 4, the ones that they took from BO3 and moved it on over, and then on top of that, just keep adding new ones and new ones and new ones to keep it fresh. But if they're going to add the old specialists into the game from the past ones later on in the game cycle, that's pointless. I don't want to see any of the older ones. I want to see something new. I want to see something fresh, something to spice up the game. How would you even use Outrider? Outrider's ult ability was to literally see through walls. That's recon now. What are they going to change it up now? Is Outrider going to be someone else, or are they just going to give her the bow and arrow and maybe something else now? I don't know how they're going to pull that one off, but honestly, I feel like Outrider should have been in from the base of the game. All of them from Black Ops 3 should have been in from the base, and they should have added on top of that. That's not really a good move, but everything else compared to that is pretty solid so far. Maps, new people to play with, gun updates. I mean, it's a lot of cool things that are happening in Black Ops 4, but could this possibly save the game from dying off? Could this be the point that everybody would want to come back and play this game? Now, part of me wants to say yes, and part of me wants to say no. The part of me that wants to say no is saying this because, I mean, they just failed so many people in the beginning. And a lot of people, once they get failed, they're done. They move on, they find something else, and it's over. They don't even want to consider coming back. But the part of me that's saying yes is that this is a pretty hyped up update. The fact that this game died off so soon, and the fact that this is such a redemption patch. It's so many things and so many new features that are coming out in this patch. That's kind of hard to ignore everything that's coming out in. I mean, new game modes, new map updates, new guns, new ops to play as, people that you can use. It's a lot of cool things coming in this update that's going to hype a lot of people up. I mean, I know a lot, including myself. I want to play that new Hot Pursuit game mode that's coming out in the Blackout game mode, on the Blackout map, of course. That sounds so lit. That sounds like it's going to be a blast to play. And I think a lot of people think the same thing as well. A lot of people want to test out the new guns to see if they feel more balanced. A lot of people want to try to unlock new characters. A lot of people want to drop on a new spot in the map to see what it's like. It's cool things that are happening in this patch. So I can definitely see Call of Duty Black Ops 4 making a redemption if they play their cards right. If they play their cards right. If they decide to mess around in any wrong way, it might be a downfall from here. But obviously, as you all know, I'm on PC, so I won't be getting the content right away. So you won't really see it from my channel first, sadly. I'm crying right now, as you could tell. It's like, it's tears all down my eyes. Oh man, I can't play the content. But as content comes out for me, you will obviously see it on my channel. I'm going to try to get it out as quickly as I can the second that I actually unlock the content. Maybe I'll get some of the new Black Ops Pass players. Maybe the new map is open for PC players. I don't know if the map is exclusive for PS4 right now with the new section on it and all those other things. The game mode, I don't know if that's exclusive to PS4, but I will be checking in on PC regardless to see if all these new things are going to be updated on PC as well, and to see if it's just the maps that are going to be pushed back a month for the PC and Xbox users. But we'll find out about all that juicy details and stuff like that. But make sure you leave your comments down below on what you guys think about today's video. Do you guys think Call of Duty is going to be redeemed by this new patch? Can all these updates to the guns and all these new things like maps and game modes and more ops and players to play as, will this spice up the game a little bit more from what it previously was? Currently, the gameplay was the main problem for me in Black Ops 4. So no matter how many maps, how many players, how many new cool guns, no matter what they do, they needed to perfect the gameplay. And at times the weapons felt a little off, and it seems like they finally understand that. And they're finally putting the buffs that needed to happen in this game to a lot of the submachine guns that are garbage, to a lot of the assault rifles that were garbage. Hopefully this will even out more of the weapons. Necessarily, I didn't really think the Spitfire and the SOG needed too much of a nerf. I just think that the other guns just needed a buff. That's all it really was, but we'll see if the Spitfire and SOG are completely useless once Tuesday comes around. I'm really hoping that they are not, because I do enjoy using the SOG and Spitfire. I love using SMGs in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. It allows you to play a lot more fast-paced compared to using an AR, so we'll have to find out. But make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed today's video, dislike it if you absolutely hated it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You can always hit that bell notification button to get notified on all these recent uploads. And it seems like the upload feature runs off a little bit. So every time that you hit that bell notification button, sometimes it will not send you my uploads to your phone or tablet, whatever you're using. So the next best way to be updated on all my videos is to follow me on Twitter. And if you follow me on Twitter, you can talk to me on there, see what I'm chatting about, see updated trends on Call of Duty, Battlefield, Rainbow Six, Apex, any game you possibly want, and you'll be updated on all my uploads there as well. Also, if you want to catch me streaming, I stream every Thursday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern, either time, really. I keep you guys updated on that on Twitter as well. So if you want to catch me streaming, you can catch me on Twitch at JBoneman as well. But thank you all for tuning in to yet another video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.